So Claude Julien starts with the defenseman Torrey Krug is 1 for 3 this season in no.
So an interesting strategy is Todd Nelson was looking for a save early on, and Ben Scrivens, like he did early on in this game, does it. He reads it well, goes down and bites a little early, but he battles hard to stay up with his glove and get a piece of that one.
Derek Roy now for the Edmonton Oilers. His 11th shootout attempt this season. He's 3 for 10. He's in there, and he's stopped by Rask.
Yeah, at times when you go to that backhand there, you're just hoping that the goaltender gets a little off balance and goes forward. You can instead, Rask just read it. He didn't move at all, didn't go for the first fake, and that was an easy save for him.
David Pastrnak, 25th overall pick of the 2014 draft. Here he comes looking for the first goal of this shootout. No, fired it high over the glove of Scrivens.
Well, slow pace, a little zigzagging, trying to get the goaltender to bite for a split second. Scrivens a little bit forward in his crease, but stayed up there well and was an intimidating look at it there.
Jordan Eberle now to give the Oilers the lead. In on Rask. No. Jordan Eberle does not have a career goal yet against the Boston Bruins, and he couldn't bury that one either.
Almost got himself into real trouble. A few too many moves, and watch the real estate runs out of room, and Rask didn't bite on anything. And when you're going on your forehand there, it's hard to get that puck up quickly, and Rask kicks out the toe.
Riley Smith has a goal tonight. Here he comes. Third round of the shootout. Stopped by Scrivens. Looks back. Wait a minute. No. Whoa.
Boy, that one for Scrivens that you want to make sure you don't make too quick a move and knock it in yourself. Riley Smith, that little stop up, tries to go 5-hole. And Scrivens, as you look at it coming up from the net cam, feels it in his skate, and that's an excellent job of getting the stick down and blocking it out and making sure it doesn't go in.
Teddy Purcell has a goal tonight. This to win it. Stopped by Rask.
Boy, the one thing you see on these shootouts with Rask is he's just not biting. I mean, part of the stop up and going side to side is to find an opening. It's just not there. The 5-hole looked like it might be open, but Teddy Purcell didn't quite get the shot he wanted.
We don't have a goal yet in this shootout. Here comes Patrice Bergeron, round number 4. Nope. Scrivens squeezed it with the pads and keeps it out.
Yeah, you know what? Bergeron's upset with himself. He handcuffed himself. Not sure what went into his mind, but you could see the reaction. Again, a fake by Scrivens that he bit, but Bergeron didn't get the shot away in time.
And once again, the Oilers with a chance to win it, and here comes Ryan Nugent Hopkins in, and he fired it wide. Rask got just a piece.
You know what? That's a shot that Nugent Hopkins has had success with. Almost that Jussi Jokinen shot that you've seen where you go over to your forehand quickly and try to outquick the goaltender that blocker side, and that one Rask just stayed out far enough and made it a difficult shot to make.
Here comes Louis Eriksson. He also has a goal tonight. In there on Scrivens. No, tried the old Peter Forsberg, and it didn't work.
Well, as a goaltender, when you're watching players, you got to read the book and know what he likes in his arsenal, and that is one that Eriksson has used, and he's used it to success in the past. But Scrivens able to put the brakes on. You can see with that right pad, put the brakes on and held on.
Neil Yakupov taking a run at this one. He loves this moment. Here he comes for the win, and he lost control of the puck. He was doing laps in his own end, winding it up, winding the crowd up, and the puck rolled away from him.
Don't you love that look by Tuukka Rask? He's going, hey kid, calm down there. It was going to be a pretty one. He was winding up, but you could see the puck started rolling, and once that happened, he got out of sync.
6th round of the shootout. Marchand's doing the couple of laps, and here he comes. Brad Marchand. And he lost control of the puck, too.
Well, it's a goaltender's night, isn't it? As these shooters are really having a hard time finding a hole. Tried different speeds, you tried stopping up, and there's one just out of control. Again, without the dry scrape, it does have an effect with so much more snow on the ice here.
The Bruins put Matt Fraser on waivers. The Oilers claimed him late December, and now he's got a chance to beat the Bruins, and he can't beat Rask.
Well, what a play by Todd Nelson to give him an opportunity. Fraser in and out of the lineup, and would have loved to have a chance to put this one by Tuukka Rask. Just look at the style of Rask, though. So calm, efficient in movement, and didn't bite on anything.
Okay, Simmer. Somebody's got to score here.
Forehand, backhand shove.
David Krejci in on Scrivens. No, sir. Scrivens shuts him down.
Yeah, he faked going to the backhand, tried to go back, and these goaltenders are just standing their ground, forcing players to try to make a move.
A couple of seasons ago, Benoit Pouliot scored 16 goals as a Boston Bruin, and now he's got a chance to win it for the Oilers. In the 7th round, Pouliot. No!
And a little bit of jawing by Tuukka Rask, too, as I think that one is an opportunity. Pouliot maybe had him. Rask did bite on that a little bit. Watch the reaction. Just for a split second, looked like he might get it up and over, but not quite able to get the shot he wanted on the backhand.
Carl Soderberg now for the Bruins. Round number 8. Soderberg stopped by Scrivens. And this is starting to look like that shootout the Oilers had against San Jose a couple of weeks ago. What was that, 12 rounds, 13 rounds?
No confidence here for the shooters, and the goaltenders look solid. Scrivens stayed big. He stayed out at the top of his blue and able to shut the 5-hole at the last second. It was Hendricks who cheered on Klinkhammer, if you remember, at the end of that long one. Well, Hendricks gets to get one for Klinkhammer's young baby.
That's right. He's watching on TV. Hendricks in, stopped by Rask. So we still don't have, we had 16 shots and nobody has scored.
I think Hendricks just trying to keep it simple here, a quick wrister. And Rask easily knocks that down. Lucic could have ended it at the end of overtime, and he's hoping to try to give the Bruins a chance here.
He's had a couple of great chances tonight. Here comes Milan Lucic, stopped by Scrivens.
Don't you get the sense, because of the extra snow out there, the players not wanting to make too many moves? It's definitely not a Patrick Kane type night. Players are coming in trying to quick shoot the puck through the 5-hole, and Scrivens, once again, his timing was impeccable there.
Eero Pakarinen now. A recent call-up for the win. No, Rask got it with a glove and held on.
Boy, did you see Rask's reaction at the last second? He knew that he made the save, but he knocked it himself. That had a chance to hit his own stick and go back in. Rask out challenging, and look at the quick reaction. He closed his legs. As he knocks it with his stick, he has the presence of mind to make sure it doesn't go through.
Here comes Dougie Hamilton to open up round number 10. In, and he fired that one wide.
And I'll put a pot of coffee on. I don't know when this one's going to end. That's not even a shot on goal, as maybe a little bit of room on that glove side. Scrivens played the percentage as well and gave him it.
So Justin Schultz is going to try his hand. Here he comes to put this one to bed. No, he got a piece of the post too.
Definitely got a piece of the iron, but it was also a piece of the glove of Tuukka Rask now cheerleading, yelling at his players to get Chris Kelly a chance. Look at how far out and aggressive. You know, if you're on top of your game offensively, you see a goaltender outside the blue, you got to fake that shot, get him, and go around him.
Chris Kelly, round number 11. Oh, man. This is unbelievable.
Well, we saw in the first period, it was the crossbar that helped Ben Scrivens. Scrivens well out as well. There wasn't a lot of room there. That's a tough shot for Kelly to make.
29-year-old Ryan Hamilton from Oshawa. A recent call-up as well, and now he's got a chance to be the hero tonight against Rask. Nope.
Boy, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Just nobody can find a way past either goaltender. Hamilton trying to come in, much like that fake that Hendricks had. Instead of going blocker, Big Z now a chance for the Boston Bruins, and the crowd reacting to that.
Big Z with his first shootout attempt of this season. I'd like to know how many he's got in his career. So here we go. Yeah. And he did it. He winds up with a slap shot, and Scrivens says, yeah, is that all you got?
Well, you really don't know what to expect, and you can see the slow body moving in. What did he have? There's a great vantage point, and no, I think that Ben Scrivens gave him a little bit of glove side and took away the short side.
Martin Marincin now, another defenseman, in, scores! And who had Martin Marincin in the pool? Oilers win it! The 12th shooter for the Edmonton Oilers is Martin Marincin, and the Boston Bruins have lost 5 in a row.